What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. This is season 4, episode 16, The Tell All Part 2. Now, you all know, as you can tell, I am playing catch up, but I still want to bring these videos out for you all because that's why you all subscribe to my channel, to get the content. So I'm going to keep putting these videos out to you all until I'm caught up. And I hope that you all still watch them, still enjoy, and still leave your comments down below. So let's get straight into it. I'm gonna try to make this very short and quick so that's not too long. And that way we can go ahead and get into some of our newer 90 Day Fiance seasons. So picking back up, Avery says that Tom came on to her on some type of like, maybe we could have dinner together. I find you attractive. You're single and I'm single. I mean, it's obvious in this DM or text message that he's trying to get at her and wants to take her out to dinner. Now, I do have to point out one thing. I believe she said text message. So how did he even get your phone number? Why does he even have your phone number? So they both kind of told off on themselves. Maybe they were attracted to each other and conversing, and then he finally got the courage to ask her out once he found out that she was no longer with Ash. So I'm not sure how he even got her phone number to begin with. That's just crazy to me. I wouldn't even see Tom as her type. But anyway, so Avery says yes to dinner, having dinner with Tom, and then Tom proceeds to go and tell Ash, which Ash tells Avery that Tom sent him a screenshot of their conversation. Now, Tom says that he only told Ash because he was kind of basically trying to be respectful and saying, you know, I'm going to be taking her out to dinner. I don't know what his intentions on that, but I'm like, you're grown. You don't owe Ash anything. You guys aren't friends. I don't understand why he felt the need to tell. So Tom denies sending him a screenshot. And then Ash says that he lied to Avery because he was hurt that she said yes. Like, for real, how old are we? How old are we? Ash deserves to be single, and Tom is hoeing around the whole cast of women, scouting and trying to find the next woman that he can be with. It's just too much. So when Tom decides to chime back in, he has his cigarette lit. I was really no more good. I'm like, he probably took that break to think of a good lie. Tom then tries to shoot his shot with Stephanie. And I'm like, what the heck is this? The virtual love connection or Find Love Live? Like, he's on the wrong show, and he looks like a huge womanizer on this tell-all. But then again, his own sister did say that Tom loves women. When Lisa chimes in saying that the ladies are railroading Tom, I was like, oh, shut up, Lisa. Lisa stays talking to Tom and tagging him in Usman's post so that he'll come to her defense. But Tom is not her real friend. Tom then tries to say to Lisa, haven't I offered to take you out to dinner and told you that you look great? And Granny is sitting there on that couch with her arms folded talking about, yes, you have. But we all know that it's not the same thing because she's old enough to be his mom. So Tom needs to just stop it. He really needs to stop it. If you're going to do something, be a man enough to accept the consequences that follow. He knows doggone well that he tried to get at both Avery and Stephanie on a different type of level than he meant when he told Lisa that she looked great and he wanted to take her out to dinner. Totally different relationships. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Lisa and Usman. Lisa tells Shaun that she and Usman had a fairy tale wedding. And the host also brings up the fact that they broke up a few times over social media. And Lisa says that they didn't break up, they just blocked each other. Usman poses a question and wants to know if all American women conduct themselves in the manner in which Lisa has. And here goes Bulldog Lisa, barking and ready to bite. She doesn't want Usman to get a word out. She's mad disrespectful and does what she always does, which is control and take over others so that the only voice people hear is hers. She tries to turn it around and justify her actions by saying that Usman entertains his fans. The host wants to know why he's blocked Lisa on social media. He says that Lisa initiated it and that he started to apply it as well. He then goes back to his initial question on if American women carry themselves in the manner in which Lisa does. Ed then decides to chime in saying that he has so much respect for Usman, listing all of these qualities, and he should have just kept his mouth shut because he knows that Lisa, the bulldog, will chew and then spit him out. Lisa cuts Ed off, and then Avery decides to chime in talking about not all American women are like that, Usman. And Lisa says to Avery, that's why Ash dumped you. When Ed told Usman that Lisa treated him like a little goat, I was rolling. Now, that was hilarious to me. Lisa in her little box yelling at Ed. I almost forgot we were watching the tell-all, and I thought this was the Jerry Springer show. Lisa tells Ed that he's got a lot of nerve talking after the way he treated Rose, calling him a goat and saying that he has greased up hair looking like a bum. Ed tells Usman to run, and Usman tells them both to calm down. Usman adds that Lisa goes on to his page and starts fights with everyone who comments on his page, a love emoji. He says he only responds because he is a musician. They move on to discuss that it is allowed in his culture to have more than one wife. And Usman says if Lisa can't give him a child, that he will definitely add another wife. No if or buts about it, and nobody can stop it. Lisa says that he won't take any more wives because he already has his hands full with her. Not really, though, because at any moment he can cut her off and stay in Nigeria and stay there. You know, it would be nothing for him to do that, and she could do nothing about it. Usman chimes back in and says, once again, if Lisa cannot give him a child, then he would have no option but to add another wife. Lisa says as long as Usman provides for her household, that she is okay with Usman having a second wife. And the lie detector proved that that was an absolute lie. So another thing that Usman reveals is that he has no intentions on coming to the States. I honestly don't blame him for everything that's been going on here. I would stay right where I'm at too. The smart thing for him to do is to stay in Nigeria. It makes sense to me why it was nothing for him to marry her, because you can stay in Nigeria and remarry. In the States, they are not even considered to be legally married. So Lisa thinks she has the control and has absolutely none whatsoever. When the host says to Lisa, since Usman doesn't plan on coming to America, will you be moving to Nigeria? And Lisa tells her that that's something personal between her and Usman. That led me to believe right there that they are probably trying to lock in or will most likely be a part of another season of 90 Day Fiance. Lisa leaves their segment saying that her relationship with Usman will continue after this. Makes me wonder if all of this drama that we've seen on social media, on YouTube, between them is intentional. So comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to David. So next up is David, and he says that he hasn't spoken to Lana in 6 days or so. I told y'all that phone made no difference. I'm sure by now she knows that ring is a fake and that's why she's ghosted him. David is clueless as to what's going on with Lana, but claims that they're still engaged. When they do a flashback of his first meeting with Lana, this fool is in his box. His face is bloodshot red and he's forcing tears. He says the reason that he got emotional is because the stars finally aligned on that day. Shaun says to Ed, was he shocked to find out that Lana was real? And he says he was totally shocked, and then tells David that those online dating sites are a business, a transaction even. Ed adds that he doesn't understand how David can torture himself for 7 years. David says that he didn't have a relationship with Lana for 7 years. He's known her for 7 years. David tells the host that Lana is still on the dating sites because she has friends up there, and that's how they keep in touch. David loves making up lies that don't even make one bit of sense. This grown-tail woman has a cell phone, so why would she subject herself to just a dating site to keep in touch with friends? Now help me help that make sense. Like Ed said, that dating site is a business for her, and she makes her living. That's how she makes her living. She's not going to leave the site because it supports her lifestyle. David says that with confidence that Lana is not getting paid from the site and that he knows that he's not getting scammed. When Ed and Tom both insert their opinions, David gets a little hostile. They address the catalog that advertises the various women for you to choose from. And David says that he's been to Ukraine 20 plus times and going has always been an adventure. This dude is obsessed and loony, okay? He has this weird infatuation of Ukrainian women. David has spent over $250,000 on these sites and traveling. He goes on to give us another bogus and ridiculous lie saying that Lana didn't get off the site because it was difficult for her to manipulate the iPhone keypad with her nails. Ed starts laughing and being Regina George from Mean Girls. To me, this is who Ed is. He loves to talk crap and bully people to cover up his own insecurities, but it actually highlights them that much more. Maybe he should try shutting up and learning from the way that he treated Rose and his daughter. Ed starts picking on David, and David starts insisting that they get Ed off the show. But Ed keeps right on antagonizing David. Even though it was funny and true what he was saying, I just didn't like that it was coming from Ed. Ed just keeps saying $300,000 in long nails and laughing. And he's just a hot mess. The fact that TLC brought Caesar to this tell-all during David's segment was hilarious. These two have been compared to each other by many, including myself. And did you all believe when David said that he was talking to Maria during the time that Caesar was? Did you all catch that? David also reveals that he was talking to over 1,000 Ukrainian women on this site. This dude must not have a life. He doesn't have a life. Caesar starts lying through his teeth, saying that he flew to Ukraine and finally met Maria. I don't believe a word out his mouth either. Usman chimes in, telling David that he feels that their relationship is totally fake by looking at Lana's body language. And I've said that in my recaps. Okay. And Stephanie chimes in and says, women like Lana are cold. And this gets David all excited until Stephanie says that her mom married her dad just for the green card. When Yolanda chimes in saying that she feels David is in denial, I was counting down the minutes for the tell-all to be done. Go ahead and wrap it up and cut and send them on out. Let them go back to their lives. Yolanda is David. David is Yolanda. They are the same. David says that today he would say that he and Lana are not together. Then goes on to say that Lana told him a couple of weeks ago that she wants a white picket fence and to travel with him in the RV. So tell me, how do you have a white picket fence and travel in an RV? Please tell me how any of this makes sense. How are you not together but still engaged to someone? I think she found out about the ring not being real and has ghosted him. He'll probably be back another season because we're so confused. We're left so confused about this situation, along with Lisa and Usman. What couples do you feel will be returning for another season? So I need to hear your thoughts on the ending. This was part 2, the ending. I'm done with the tell-all of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, season 4, episode 16. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up for me and share with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days and has something to say. Comment down below all of your thoughts. Subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.